What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know. Tas. We get it in. But before we get it in, let's get this all new Super Norteño in. Get to the intro. Welcome back. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that I stay kicking. And I appreciate the support, man. I'm very humbled by it. Whoopin'! Are you ready for another Super Norteño adventure? Well, this one took place quite recently without me. In fact, I wasn't aware until my tia made me aware. And then I was like, damn, it went down like that. Mijo was fucking crazy. You don't understand. They came from every direction. That's what he gets, though. Maybe he'll learn. Keep his ass out of Compton. How do your cousin say? It sounds like I'm getting bone Compton, right? My tia was crazy. But I got told a story. So, in fact, I had to tap in with Welga Rick and find out if it was the truth. If there was some truth to the motherfucking information that I received. And there sure was a whole lot of it. And then I called my primo, Marihuano, and he was like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? We can only take so much, right? So I did a video on my other channel. Make sure that you guys tap into it about a Norteño pulling up to LA during the whole protest thing, right? Which there was a lot of validity, a lot of truth to it. He did pull up, waving the Welga bird flag, all flamed up. He did that, man, for whatever reasons. You got to tap into the video on the other channel, Gunners Collective TV, to tap out and find out about it, right? But let's talk about Ricky pulling up. See, this wasn't his first time in LA, nor is it probably going to be his, maybe. Whoopin', I can fucking hear out of my fucking ear that the werewolves chewed up. It might be the last one, right? It might be his last merry-go-round. It might be his last rodeo. But one never knows does one, because that motherfucker, he will pull up. See, my primo has never been not willing to pull up. He's just been real apprehensive about it. You have homeboys like that? I used to be like that. This guy know where to go and where not to go. And let's go to the audio. Fuck that. I'm not active anymore. I'm cool, right? You know what I mean? Hey, why? Because you already know you're going to suffer the repercussions. Then you got the J-Cap homeboy that just doesn't give a fuck, homie. Like, let's go whopping. Let's go, right? Welga, he thinks hey, and the powers of Welga are going to protect him. Well, let me tell you something about that Welga bird, homie. That motherfucker will fly off immediately, right? You might have the Welga's back, but the Welga don't got yours. Not necessarily all the time, homes. There's fools in here right now like, oh, I'm a fucking Welga Norteño to the fullest. Yeah, let's see how the bird helps you, homes, when there's a gang of Southerners with pitchforks and shit. Let me tell you this story. So, I guess my tia was having a fucking anniversary party, the one that lives in Compton, Pepe's fucking mom, right? And so she invited my tia. Lately, I don't get no invitations to anything. They're like, that motherfucker's way over there. Oh, he's over there with the fucking, I don't know where he's at, in Washington, with some fucking stays over there with a gang of fucking chinos and white people that don't know how to drive worse shit. We're not even going to fucking invite them. So they don't invite me. So I'm listening to this shit and figuring out this all after the fact, but I was able to piece the story together to tell you what happened. So we all know Ricky's out. Been out. I've been trying to get him on the channel. I hit him. Someone had a great idea. Why don't he just fucking cover his face with the red paño and do what he does? It's not that simple. People already know who he is because of the videos I've put out. You know what I'm saying? I guess he's already been told, hey, homie, touch me and I'll sue you, right? He's already been told, hey, if you fuck with that degenerate ass fucking cousin of yours, you got something coming. Well, but I'm fucking active though. I'll beat his ass for us. I'll beat his ass for us. No, Ricky, you'll get your ass beat for them. That's just the facts, right? Anyways, one of these days we will hook up, man. And if he acts stupid, then, you know, I'll reach back like a pimp and slap the bro. And that's just how that's going to go. Not that he's a bro, but he thinks he is in his own mind. Anyways, so I guess my tia has an anniversary. I guess she's been fucking married to the same paisa for like 5 years. And he wanted to do something big, so they rented a hall out there in Compton and whatever over the weekend. I wouldn't have went anyways. I ain't even going to lie to you guys, man. That ain't me anymore, right? It says, I like breathing air. And that's just how that is. Because I know my primo's going to invite all his homeboys from his barrio. And, you know, Pepe's fucking going to be via fucking telecommunications. He's going to be in the, can I say a speech to him? First of all, everybody in the back row, fuck you and your mother, they say, for not sending me feria while I've been locked up. I'm coming out, they say. And when I come out, I'm coming out. It's like, hey, get to it. Already the speech. Happy birthday, mom. I always know when it's your time, it's your time. It's not even her birthday, it's her anniversary, stupid. Do I care? She didn't send me no feria. Look at everyone. I'm going to send a fucking cachucha around. there's going to be a fucking badass brim hat with the blue paño on it. I say, keep your shirt on, Northerner. It's going to go around this, and I need everybody to participate and shoot the abuela. See, if we do that, we'll be able to get a righteous-ass fucking parole paquete. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a package, guy cracking off around this. Oh, no, you no money? No money? Hey, and he can't even see anyone. Yeah, well, fuck you guys then, is he? Says, okay, Mom, fuck your anniversary. I'm out. Compton. Right? So I can only imagine some crazy shit like that happening. He ain't Easy from NWA. He fucking, we want Pepe. Everybody in the house say Pepe. Come on, they say, come on, Pepe. Yeah, when you're on the set, we want Pepe. Hey, come on, everybody gather around. Listen to the sound of the heroin trickling down. You know what I mean? It ain't like that. So anyways, they had this little thing. I wasn't invited, but my tia was. And so wherever she goes, usually Rick goes. Right? So he just got out. He's on his high power shit right now. The motherfucker paroled allegedly in good standings. So his thing is right now he's on his super serio whooping. He doesn't talk like this anymore. Whooping. I'm fucking scared. Now he's like whooping. I'm fucking scared. He got that he thinks it's the Barry White voice. I call it the Barry Manilow. Telling me this, telling me that. Right? So this is anyways him and fucking his girl and all their fucking older kids now. He has a son that can play basketball hella good. Hey, a few days ago we were talking. I was like, Rick, hey, your fucking son's hella good at basketball. He sent me a little video, right? I said, he's pretty good, bro. He says, whooping, that's from me. I said, no, that's from Darnell. That has nothing to do with you. That's from his daddy, Darnell. No, whooping, Darnell's a homeboy. I have not even told you that story about Darnell and Sheila. We'll get into that later, right? Anyways, so him, Darnell, and the Funky Bunch, my Dan, all them, and her fucking paisa boyfriend that she's only been with for about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. They're going to go to Compton and go visit my tia and do whatever. So they all fucking, nowadays they got a little money. See, nowadays fucking, Ricky's still a twirler. He got his twirl job back. And Sheila works at a fucking restaurant. Of course, right? And my tia's getting feria from whoever she's getting feria from. So, and one of his sons fucking got a job at Denny's. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you who, but let's just say that they're making their money. They got enough to put all of it together and make $1,200 a month. So they're good, right? So they rent them a little car. They all high class and shit. They get them a little fucking car vehicle, a little Tahoe, and they travel down to Compton. I could only imagine the smell coming off that kid from Denny's. Probably hasn't took a shower because they don't shower in that household. And then, of course, Sheila, sweaty. Smell like straight AM, PM, old cheeseburgers. Anyways, they finally make it to Compton. And this is what my tia tells me. She said, son of a bitch, this is what happened. We get there. Everything was fine. We went to your dad's house because we were going to change. We're staying there. I said, all of you guys? Where the fuck else are we going to stay? We used all our gas money. We barely had enough to get back. I was about to hit you up, but then I seen that you're a fucking YouTuber. You guys ain't making shit right now. Fuck you guys, right? So anyway, she tells me that they're getting ready. So they went, pulled up to my tia's house. They're going to get ready. Okay, my primo Aitu was there. He came down from the rancho with his significant other, right? So him and his blonde bombshell, right? That's what the homies were calling him, the blonde bombshell. That's what Marijuana calls him. He said, hey, my brother, hey, he got a partner. I said, you mean an old lady? Nah, I wouldn't necessarily say that. It's more like a partnership. Like, hey, you change the tire this time, I'll change it next time, right? I'm like, oh, shit, he's still like that? I do. I'm like, damn, bro, does he ever change? He's like, it's not in him, but it's in him, if you understand what I'm saying. I get it. Anyways, we call him the blonde bombshell because the fool got long blonde hair from the back. Bomba. When he turns around, it's like a bomb going off. Shells everywhere, right? I'm like, oh, shit. So for those of you that are still fucking tonto and wondering what I'm talking about, him and his old man came to the fucking thing. So they're there at my tia's and they're supposed to guide my tia because my tia, she only knows half. She's like G.I. Joe. She only knows half the battle, right? So she's taking a shower. They're getting ready. Ricky's like, whooping, I'm going to get all flamed up. I don't give a fuck where I'm at, right? Yeah. Now, I don't give a fuck, right? Yeah, you do. Should have. Anyways, right? They go to whatever little place that my tia and her old man rented. Actually, her old man, my tia don't have money like that. And so there's my tia that the sisters haven't seen each other in a long time. My tia's like, I seen that bitch. She thought she was all classy and shit. She had the same exact dress that I bought at Ross, only hers was pink. Stupid bitch. I was going to buy it, but instead I bought the black one with pink flowers. She had the pink one with black flowers. That's what she gets. She's a shriveled up rose anyways, right? My tias always talk shit about each other, but love each other. Come here, my sister. I fucking love you. Damn, where you going now, guy? You got a BBL? Yeah, it stinks. I smell it, right? So they be talking shit to each other, but loving each other at the same time. Give me a hug, bitch. Look at your nipples. They feel like fucking heat rash. They're hard and shit. Yeah, I like them, but they're bigger though. They're bigger though, mija. Right? They're just different. So anyways, I guess Ricky's there, and of course Marihuano shows up with a gang of homeboys. He always does. He's with this homeboy. He's activated, right? And he pulls up, and Rick's right there like, whooping. And he's with Sheila, and Sheila's, of course, eating hors d'oeuvres and doing what she does, right? And they're celebrating this thing. Now, who buys a hall to celebrate a fucking 5-year anniversary? It ain't that serious. I fucking got family that 50 years they've been married, and they don't even fucking talk about their anniversary anymore. Like, nah, they're not celebrating, doing a big old thing, right? I guess if you got money like that, you got money like that. And her old man got money like that. Puro Jalisco way. She found her angel, right? So anyways, my tia's there with her old man who doesn't have a lick of money. He's looking around like, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué? The plane, right? Little short paisa. And they're chilling. And Marijuana comes and he tells Ricky, what's up? And he tells his homeboy, this is my primo. He's from up north. And they're already looking at him all crazy. Well, I guess there was one dude that was there. He's a youngster. Looked like he had the Pontius Pilate haircut. Ricky's like, whooping, that reminds me of my homeboy. I got a friend that has a weird haircut like that. Well, he hears him say that. And so he tells him, hey, what's up, bro? You got an issue, right? Ricky's like, whooping? Southsider one. I was like, I always got an issue. Right? And he starts fucking going into J-Cam mood. Yes, he has an issue. He's not trying to disrespect my tia. He's changed over the years. He's not as caddish as he used to be. He's getting older in his older age. You know what I'm saying? So he's more calmer. He still hates Mr. Capone and will rush him on site. But at the end of the day, these vatos, they're not looking Capone-ish anymore. There is no more gloves with size 60 bands. There's none of that. Everyone's just fitted and committed. It's nice. It's confident. It's respectable. You know what I'm saying? Pepe was there. He'd be like, this is Oogum Boogum town, is he? Oogum, boogum, oogum, boogum. Don't step on my shelters. I'll spit at you. He would have been doing it. You got me doing funny things like a clown. Look at you. He's just crazy like that. But he's not there. So anyways, they invite Ricky to go outside and smoke a fucking leño. Of course he can. He's on parole. So he's like, he doesn't want to get it dirty, do none of that. So, but he does go outside to kick it with them. And they're telling old school stories or whatever. Now, this one dude is feeling some type of way about Rick. Rick spots it. So, of course, I told my tia, let me talk to Ricky, right? What happened, fool? Oh, but I got fucking beat up. That's what happened, right? I said, oh, shit, you got your fucking weird voice back. It's just because they knocked the fucking Barry White up out of me. They knocked the Freddie Jackson, rock me tonight for old time's sake. I'm like, well, what happened? It was worse than the fucking Wolves. It was worse than the Bulldogs. Yeah, they're fucking idiots. The ones that be segregated, they don't want it with us in prison. You ain't never seen a Bulldog in prison in your life. That's right, because they don't want it with me. Right? What happened, fool? He's like, so I guess that dude started to figure shit out. So he made a couple calls and he was like, hey, there's a Norteno down here. And they were like, get him, right? So he told a couple of his homeboys, like, hey, you know that fool's a Norteno, right? They were tripping. They were like, oh, no, that's the homie's primo. Like, we don't do that, bro. Like, we know who he is. He met some of these guys before. Like, bro, dude's just a J-Cat. Ricky's over there telling a story. Yeah, I just got out of prison. We were kicking it with the Southsiders. We were all together, this and that. So he's all putting it out there. He's like, oh, but I still didn't like him. This is not. He's showing bias. That's him. That's normal. Doesn't mean he's trying to be disrespectful, but he's not going to sugarcoat. He ain't taking shit from anyone. I could already imagine, right? So my primo's telling him, like, hey, fool, you need to shut up, man. Kick back. Well, that youngster's like, hey, bro, you don't want to catch a fade with the real sureño. And Ricky fucking breaks it down. Now, I just had a conversation with Ricky, like not even 2 weeks before, because he was watching one of my videos and he said, you said sureños are not Southsiders. What the fuck? It's all the same thing to me. Calm down. I had to break it down, the historia, and tell him the game on why a Southsider and a sureño are different things, albeit kind of the same, but not necessarily the same, right? So I given him the rundown. One thing about Rick, though, you tell him something, it sticks forever. It might not stick in the front fallopian tube, but it sticks in the back of his fallopian tube. I don't even know if he has a fallopian tube up there, but it's like a pussy just waiting to get fucked. So that's what it is to me. So anyways, he remembers everything. He's like a goddamn computer. So I told him that. So he's sitting there, thinks he's gangster, right? Let me give you the knowledge you can't get in. Huelga, right? And he's running them down. And the Sureños, the Southsiders, they're like, all right, is he? That's right. Yeah. So we were together and shit. They're tripping out because they don't know. They haven't been to prison or not lately. But Ricky just got out. So he was with all that program, right? He was there for the end of hostilities. He's been functional on the yard. I don't know how that worked out for him. He probably had a panic attack when he first went out there, but he was able to do it and do it well. He was doing it and huelga and well. Huelga and huelga and huelga well, right? So he was huelgaing. And so he's telling these guys, and the dude was like, oh, yeah, is that right? Well, I don't fuck with you, Vatos. We can catch a fade. Mistake. A grave mistake. Let's just say that Vatos' head was about to be bone dry. Because Ricky knocked the fucking plasma out of his motherfucking cheek, right? Ricky's like, whooping? I'll fucking fight you, but one-on-one, right? My primo's like, it's going to be a one-on-one, let's see. Well, dude swings. According to Ricky, he missed. It was my perfect opportunity. I picked him up and slammed him on his head and kicked him in his face. Can't do that. Not when you're having a friendly fade. It wasn't really friendly. I don't know what type of fade you would say, but there's fucking 10 Southsiders right there. Your primo who doesn't really hold rank, right? Your fucking gay primo who's in there fucking dancing to give me that honey love with his partner. You know what I'm saying? You got your two tías fucking arguing over whose nipples are longer all of a sudden because one of them had them shaved. And then, of course, the paisas are, hey, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué? They're in the ¿por qué? Fucking competition. ¿Por qué? No, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué? Right? So the family is dysfunctional. And then you got a whole bunch of, they're disproportionate too. You got a whole bunch of fucking paisas family members with some badass chicks, man. Ricky told me there were some bad ones over there. I wish I was there, right? And whatever. But then I would have got beat up too. So, anyways, they go to fight. Dude swings, kind of misses the spot. Ricky catches him, slams him, and kicks him in the face. And that was that for him. Ding, 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 ding. The lights went off in Southsiders town, right? And they proceeded to fucking mollywop my primo, who basically probably caught a DP after because he jumped in on Ricky's behalf. Stupid move, right? And they said, Ricky, according to Ricky, he was beating everyone up. According to my guy, look at fucking he got his whole shit cracked open. He's all beat up from the feet up. I don't know what the fuck happened to him, right? He came in and you're getting shit on my dress. You know what I mean? So it was all messed up. Sheila's over there dogging fucking whatever they're fucking, oh, they got birria. She's all happy. Anyways, Ricky got his ass whooped, man. Ricky got his ass whooped. My tea and them, they had to take off. I guess the cops came. It was pretty bad situation. He went to the doctors out there. He got stitched up. It's not the guy in the thumbnail. That's not him, but I just use that because of similarities. But he got his shit stitched up. He got all fucked up, and I didn't know. I ended up calling my tia, and she was like, "Hey, did you hear what happened?" I was like, "No, what happened?" She told me that. I was like, why did you guys invite me? Because you're fucking stupid out. We don't like you anymore. Anyways, we like you enough to tell you that's it in the past tense, or you could use it as fucking as context. I said as cotex. That one too, because it's gonna soak some shit up as content, stupid ass. I'm not that dumb. So anyway, she tells me that story. Ricky tells me, according to Ricky, he beat everyone up, and the only reason he got the scratch is because he fell and a tree scraped him. Oh yeah, a tree scraped you enough to get fucking 15 stitches. I get it. Right. Here's the cool part. He goes back, has to go to parole, and his parole officer asks him what happened, And like a dumbass, Ricky tells him straight up. Luckily, he has a good parole officer, and he was able to, they weren't tripping because they understood that he went to Southern California. But that motherfucker, I was happy for him. That fool pulled up to the LA area to Compton Bolo. See, prior to this point, Ricky's never done that. It's always been me with them or Pepe with them or some. I guess he thought he had marijuana with them, but marijuana jumped in. From what I'm hearing, my tia's like, yeah, his fucking friends, they were all mad. They came back later to your tia's house and they were fucking throwing fucking shit. And there was a lot of disrespect going on because I don't know if your tia's going to be able to live there anymore. I said, it's fine. I don't live there. So I'm cool, right? I try to get a hold of marijuana. They're not answering. So it is what it is, right? I'm sure he'll be all right. A little DP one time for his mind. First of all, you can't disrespect someone's family. That youngster was disrespecting. Who disrespected first? Was it fucking Ricky by tripping off the haircut or saying the ugly haircut? Or was it that dude who was already tripping? I think it was old boy who was just tripping anyways. Looking for any reason to trip off fucking Ricky. Found out he was a Norteno. Was like, fuck this shit. Keep your fucking shirt on, they say. You know what I mean? And that was just that. Anyways, I'm not being biased here. I'm just being real. Ricky, according to Ricky, he's all right, though. He won. One of these days, I'm working on it. If I can get him right here, I will. He's going to have to fall off. I want to be honest with you guys. He's going to have to fucking drop out, fall off, get whacked, whatever, man. Hopefully he lives to tell us the story, right? I'm not pushing for it, but at the same time, man, it's like, fuck, bro. Just fucking stop already. I told him the other day, a while back when I talked to him, I was like, bro, are you getting tired of getting me? Whooping, I don't even have to do shit. My name's good in these streets. I said, in the what? My name's good in these streets. I said, if you don't stop it, no, that's how we talk now. We're different. We talk different. So you're not active. You don't know. I'm like, nah, I'm pretty sure I do know. I'm pretty sure we don't talk like that. What do you mean we? You're not active? Who the fuck you think you are, J59? And my fucking cousin's stupid. How about he asked about him? I'm going to do a video about that. He asked about that dude, trying to get an inquiry into who he is or where he's at or what he's doing. I told him, if you don't stop it, Jay, fuck around and fucking try to beat you up. He's like, whopping. I hit him with the huelga whopping. I was like, ooh, wait. Anyways, If you guys like this one, you want more, hit a 1 thumbs up or thumbs down. Ricky got his ass kicked. That's what he gets for pulling up Bola. If he would have pulled up with me, we'd have both got our ass kicks. And at least he could have some, we could have been sympathetic for each other. Did you keep your shirt on? No, did you keep it? No, I didn't keep it. Did you? That would have been us. 2 stupid asses beat up and Compton. Meanwhile, Pepe's about to get out of prison. He's in there like, yes, I wish I was there. I'd have fucking kicked the dog shit out of Ricky. I said, and Bonchila one time behind the fucking nacho bar. I said, bang, bang. The gun. Hit a 1 if you like this.